Boo, acolytes. I hope you enjoyed this jump scare. Pippa and what is a Loli? Well, let's just see it, won't we? Because as far as I can tell, Pippa is a Loli herself. And I'm gonna be honest, acolytes, I don't even give a fuck, so there's that. But just spitting facts here. As from my understanding, let's just say it like this. Because, damn, the different kinds. So many different kinds.
I'm gonna watch Peppa Pig. It's been many years, and honestly, by this point, I had hoped that I wouldn't have had to watch it. I hoped that maybe, I don't know, I would have like said a slur on stream and gotten fired or something, and wouldn't have had to fulfill this promise. But here we are. That promise is older than your canon age. No, my age is just 3. It's not 3 years. It's not 3 years.
Oh.
People get mad about this. They're like, oh, it's not 3 years because you're scared of being called a Loli? I'm not a Loli, okay? I'm not. Chat. I like Lolis, all right? And let me show you my definition. Hold on. Heads.
And then we have the problem that you run again and again in. Nobody fucking knows what exactly is a Loli. Because everything's a Loli and nothing is a Loli. Everything petite is a Loli. Everything that's not petite. As I said, from what I know, she is a Loli character. But, as I said, I could be wrong. Because, well, F me, everybody has a fucking different definition.
Hold on. Heads, high, anime chart. Here. She's measuring skulls. I am racist about lolis. Okay?
Fair enough.
So, this isn't like a hard and fast rule, okay? However, this is Loli. This can sometimes be Loli, but is more often than not, okay, just like chibi-fied version of like an older character, all right? This is Loli. This is just like standard, you know, like younger anime girl. And this shit, none of this even counts. None of this shit even counts. Okay?
I'm gonna be honest, I would even agree with her on that one. That would be the freaking, in my opinion, most precise way to actually look at it. And it would make so much effing sense. Just to distillate it on the one forehead thing, maybe have a exception, and then just be, yeah, point made.
The last 3 are all Loli. You're stupid. You're stupid. And thanks for breakfast, thank you. Banana. Cope? What am I coping about? What am I coping about? How is it cope? I like this. I don't think these other things are Loli. Obnoxious agnostic, thank you. Do you think .38 is good enough for home defense? Oh, 38 caliber. I don't know. I don't know. That's Gajioni, thank you. Pippa stalling watching Biba. The Professor King, thank you. It is not Loli, it is Tenma size. Tenma is Loli size. Okay? If you put Tenma up against me, right, for height comparison, Tenma is like real Loli. Mr. Yura, thank you. So by this metric, is Peppa Pig a Loli? No, Peppa Pig is a cartoon pig.
Yes.
That is how Tenma is able to be Loli Baba. Abraham Agredo, thank you. Hi, Pippa. Hope everything is okay with you and your friends. Normies can't tell the difference between Loli and a full adult anime woman. Nobody's like coming at me or anything. I'm just making it clear, okay?
I'm gonna be honest, fair enough. And you can see already freaking filled with disagreements. It's just, this thematic is just so effing like overdone at this point. And as I said, I will repeat it because I find this to be a freaking good idea. I would even follow it and I'm gonna spread it. Because I think this is a really good idea to actually separate those things extremely precise.
Well, sometimes people like misconstrue. They're like, Pippa said she's not a Loli. Another Pippa L. Pippa is coping. Bro, no. There's like this genre of like recent weeb where it's like they became a weeaboo after like it's gotta be like after like 2010. If you became a weeaboo after 2010, your standards for things are just more skewed. PTN in the US Blue Archive player, I think that I know what I'm talking about, and I say everything from the one in the middle to the right is a Loli. No. It's the COVID weebs. I mean, 2010 is pre-COVID. But it's just that words lose their meaning.
Yeah.
Words lose their meaning when you start calling like the 6 heads and below Loli. That's not Loli, man. It's not. This is like it's just like a younger anime girl. Words also evolve and change. Yeah, and losing their meaning. JoJo teenagers look like they're
By the way, I'm gonna set this one clear. Losing the meaning, changing the meaning, is a form of evolution. Yes, they can lose their meaning and still evolve in that way. That's normal. Same fucking thing.
30 years old? Yeah. Igor says, thank you. Not Loli enough. Pippa really being actually over Loli stuff, huh? Yes. Hold on, let me look at the Blue Archive designs. Blue Archive characters. Height chart. I'm looking at Blue Archive characters. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't think most of these are Lolis. I don't think most of these are Lolis. I feel like part of it's by vibe too, though. Like these characters. Oops, things in the way. Like with these characters, I don't know. I would say barely Loli, maybe. Barely Loli. On the higher end of being Loli. The one on the left, definitely Loli, but the one on the right is kind of pushing it.
Fair enough, yes, that's what I thought.
Let me grab... Is Jelly a Loli? I'd have to like really look at her design. Okay, these characters, I would say...
Okay, I'm gonna just... I would say all of those characters that we said except for this one. This one would be a Loli in my eyes. The rest is just, well... smaller adults.
I don't know. The one on the far right is definitely not a Loli. Abraham, thank you. I think Ibuki is the only true Loli. Binary goes, thank you. The plague of new weed. If it isn't a hag, it's a Loli. That's how it feels. Also, anyone who says lolly, I think is stupid. While I'm filtering out my audience, I think if you say lolly, that's dumb. You know, if it's like force a habit, that makes sense. But when you think about like where the word originates from, like it just doesn't make any sense. Hero, thank you. I love you, Pippa! Welcome Ling, thank you. They do it for clout. They will call everything Loli. It is only a concern to unemployed terminally online people who gauge success in life by X likes. Look, do you thank you, Pippa? You are 5.5 heads tall, making you a Loli. I don't think my design reads as Loli. I don't.
Yeah, I would say it's definitively on the extremely vague at best. Because yes, I would say that how her body is built, it's more in the direction of a young woman. But the eyes, the decals in the hair, it's all very, well, I don't want to say childlike, but you know, very young-like. And this makes it like a 50-50 at best. I understand, because I myself also say it. That if somebody thinks that this is a Loli character, then yes.
I don't think so, man. Does that include the ears? I don't know. Main thing, you was Sakana Loli. No. I feel like there's one artist who makes like legit Loli models for VTubers. There's probably a lot more nowadays. Like a very clear example, in my opinion, is Moeko Peach. Like, this is a Loli.
Yep.
This is hands down a Loli, right?
Yep, I agree.
And then she also did this design, and this is also a Loli. Kind of unconventional, but no Eclipse, thank you. Loli is amusing, however. Nah, man. I think this is like a little bit of a stretch. Like, it's just like a little bit. But it still reads as a Loli to me. Snowberry Smoothie, thank you. Good old Loli debate is good. A debate as old as weebs. Yeah, thank you. As Megumin from Konosuba, not a Loli. Let me look at her. Chat. By my somewhat arbitrary standards, not a Loli. Ironhide, thank you. Pippa, you're stalling. Yeah. White base, thank you. Pippa, look up Blue Archive Hina swimsuit. You'll see. Hey, you, thank you. As Megumin from... Oh, I read that. 100% not. Agree. Thank you, guys. Thank you. She's just flat. She is just flat. Lugs in, thank you. Got clickbaited by the...
Which character was that? Oh, it was the explosive witch. No, not a Loli. No, correct.
Title. We'll get there eventually. Does age not play a factor into it for you? No. I don't think age plays a factor. Because there's... It's been a thing for a very long time. Of unironically the meme of like, oh, she's like a 5,000-year-old vampire. There's actual...
A lot of bad actors actually use that excuse. To do, well, bad stuff.
Lolis like that. And then there's like... Oh, fuck. I forget the one anime, but there's an anime where there's like the... the teacher is a Loli. Oyoshiro sent by the you. A wise man once said Lolis is a concept as well as a skill. That is wise. That is very wise. Right, thank you. I think Loli is much more like the art versus porn. I can't describe accurately what makes one or the other, but I know it when I see it. True. True. Platic, thank you. Pippa speedrunning getting fired, not to see Pippa. It's a body type? I think it's a body type. I think Loli is 100% a body type, and it has nothing to do with age.
Yep.
Is Ram from ReZero Loli? No. She's just short. Too many anime teachers fit that description? I guess nowadays, yeah. Nowadays it's become like a more common trope. Roxanne, thank you. This isn't how to make a field expedient suppressor with a fuel filter. The ATF is unlawful and flat as justice. Ryan, thank you. Is Peppa a Loli? Peppa Pig? No, Peppa Pig is a pig. Marketive, thank you. Maybe I was late, but Freerin was debated to be one. If you think Freerin is a Loli, you're unsavable. The
fuck?
You know, you can still be at the anime con, but I want you on the other side. Because you're just really stupid. That's right, thank you. I think Loli is partially a mindset / attitude too. I agree with that. I agree. Go to reality, thank you. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, but are you the type to distinguish the true Loli and petite, right? Yes. Yes, because petite is not necessarily Loli. Epstein would be proud of this discussion. They're fictional characters, bro. Get over yourself.
Epstein would be proud of this discussion. Okay, that was a freaking good one. I love that one. That was on... If you wanted to own someone there. That's okay. Fair enough. Interesting thematic. I'm actually quite happy that with some people the Loli discussion goes this way. This is actually a nice road to take. It's not toxic, it's not anything. People are just happy to discuss it. This is how I actually prefer it. Nice. But as it is, acolytes, good night.